What's up, everybody? Big Herc 916, getting down with fresh out. You tune into another episode of Prison Talk. Thank you for subscribing to our channel. Thanks for all the support. Make sure you guys go subscribe to our Patreon. We can be raw and uncut over there and don't have to worry about all the censorship and algorithms. So we've been pushing a lot of content on our Patreon. Links in the description. This is just a follow-up video to a video we put out probably a week or so, maybe even a couple weeks back, in regards to how what happens in a penitentiary translates into what's going on the streets. It's the same tactics, the same game, and what these people are doing is nothing new. As you can see, what's transpiring right now across the country with the riots, with just the injustice. Rest in peace, George Floyd, and our condolences go out to his family. Man, it just breaks my heart, man, when I see something like that, man. You know, and when we talk about people in law enforcement, and we talk about like just there are, you know, we say there are good police officers out there. Well, who stepped up to stop that? You know, where were those people who are these, you know, upstanding officers in a situation like that? Why didn't they stop this guy? You know, who, I mean, if a civilian would have ran up and did something to that guy, that would have been an assault on a police officer. So what do you do? I know everybody's frustrated. Everybody's wondering, like, you know, let's burn some shit up. But I sit here and I ask law enforcement, what do you do? You're witnessing a man being murdered, and if you act, you could be murdered, or you can get beat down, or you get assault on a police officer, whatever the case may be. But at what point is justice served? This same guy has bail, is not charged with first-degree murder, is not locked up in a jail with no communication as what would happen to anybody else who did something to an individual that was in law enforcement. This person is being protected. Who is this guy? This officer Derek. You know, who actually, let's do some research. Who is this guy? How many times has he been involved in police brutality? How many other instances can we you know, can we name this guy being involved in? And if he worked with George previously in a nightclub, he had to have known the man. And then the arresting officer who stood by, his sister happens to be married to this Derek. How does that all tie in? See, none of this is actually makes sense, but it makes a lot of sense because it's another tactic. It's another chess move being played out. And like I said, I've seen these same chess moves being played out in the penitentiary. Officers in the pen will put shanks on the yard for a riot. I mean, I was there at a particular institution, and one of the people that were in the riot said they had knives from the kitchen on the yard. How those knives get through the metal detector? You look in Minneapolis, you walk by the court building, there was a stack of bricks there. Just a stack of bricks. There was no construction going on. There was no road work going on. Just conveniently, somebody had left a stack of bricks. Then you have a lot of the people who are rioting, gas mask, holding an umbrella, walking around. These are not black individuals. These are not people of the community. This is a cold game being played out, man. I'm telling you guys, this is the same thing they do whenever there's you know, a diversion needed in an institution. They bring in some people from another set or another clique, and They, if, stack the deck, create a problem, lock it down. Watch what's happening, you guys. Your community directly, if you burn down your own house, where are you going to sleep at? It's not your house that caused the problem. It's when you're dealing with these elected officials and these people who so-called represent the people, these people who say they have a voice for you, where are they at? Where's the governor of Minnesota at? Where are the people that represent the municipalities there? Why aren't they saying something? Why aren't fellow cops saying something? This is what's crazy. And people say, well, it's not your community. Yeah, it is a community because it's happening everywhere. And it's not anything new. It's just now we have cameras. This is a blatant slap in the face, man, to the republic of just our country. And it shows you exactly how they went from one thing, the COVID, right to now race riots. Do you see how quick they switched it, the narrative? Oh, okay, let's go to this now. Election year, you got all this stuff going on. Man, this is chaos. They're creating this chaos, man. And I'm not saying any of this to take away from the death of a black man. I mean, and just the injustice that happens across the country when dealing with minorities. I'm just saying that these people are putting together moves in the playbook, and you guys got to think 2 or 3 steps ahead of these moves being played out. These Antifa garbage who are coming in busloads, kicking off these riots and then going to another city and doing the same thing. These paid infiltrators, these agents. You guys watch yourselves out there, man. Watch yourselves. You get caught up in something, man, and these people aren't serving the interests of the community. It's a bigger agenda. So I'm just saying, be conscious, man. And like I said, I've seen these same things. It's no different than how I've seen things played out across the Bureau of Prisons, the CD, same thing, man. They don't want this guy talking to this guy. They don't want this clique hanging out with this clique. Who is this guy? Why is he hanging out over here? We got to play chess, not checkers. Our channel was on the way to having 1 million subscribers. We were averaging over 60,000 subscribers a month, and we stopped. Our channel's been basically zeroed out. We've been at 480,000 subscribers for over 8 months. Imagine that. And we're the only channel pushing, locking up pedophiles, locking up chomos, creating awareness, talking about what's going on, creating a conscious movement. We're not talking about prison tattoos and homosexuality. We're not promoting any of that. We're talking about, stop gang violence, take responsibility for your actions. We're talking about prison reform. We're talking about, really educating the public. Why they shut our channel down? Because we're conscious, man. And we want you guys to be conscious too and to look at the big picture. Spread our channel, share our channel, push our channel, man. We're out here doing something, and we're not bragging about, I was in a prison gang, prison politics. We're not pushing that. We're pushing, hey, man, be smart. Don't go to prison. Educate yourself, network, socialize, cultivate yourself. Be smart, man. I'm just kicking some real game, man, because I see a big thing going on right now, and I stay thinking out the box. Me and Big Ant, man, we stay lacing each other up, and we're trying to lace you guys up. Watch out for these busters out here, these marks, these Antifa people, these fake protesters, these people inciting riots. Take care of your community businesses, support each other, communicate, man. They don't want a lot of you guys sharing information and talking. They're censoring a lot of stuff, man. You guys got to talk and communicate. You got to create some type of social forums that you could share so that we can educate each other. That's what Fresh Out's all about. We're all about positivity. We're not saying that violence is the answer, but we're not saying, hey, you shouldn't do what you got to do. So be smart, be safe out there, and watch yourselves, man. I want everybody to come out of this with a better sense of really what's happening. And as we get closer and closer to election year, to actually, this is election, to actual the election, we're going to see a lot of things coming out. There's going to be a lot of stuff, man, that's going to blow people away. But don't say we didn't tell you so, because we stay telling you, and we stay trying to keep you ahead of the curve. This is Big Herc 916. We're fresh out, man.